Hey guys, so this week I'm reviewing the movie Amusement, which is like a thriller kind of movie, and after watching the trailer it was a lot different than I expected it would be, because in the trailer it shows the girl Tabitha like being interrogated by this psychiatrist, and I thought that would be like the main, like the scenes would be based in that setting. But it's not at all. She's actually barely in that little room. If you watch the trailer, I'm sure you'll understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a lot different than that. But I'm going to read you the description of the movie. Okay, so it's, while being interrogated by a police psychiatrist, the near catatonic Tabitha tries to explain why she and two of her childhood friends are being hunted by a serial killer. The truth that's dying to come out weaves together three tragic secrets from their past. And okay, I think it was a good movie, and I'll explain like why in a second, but it was a little confusing. Like there were parts where I kept thinking that I missed something, like 1 minute they were inside of this huge like creepy old mansion thing, and then the next minute they're like in this underground cellar under a shack, which I don't really understand how. I mean, obviously it's unrealistic, the entire movie is unrealistic, but so unrealistic. Like there's not going to be like a huge, kind of hard to explain this, but it's like this little wooden shack in the middle of like a field, and then but inside it's like huge, and there are cells, and like it's underground. I don't know, like how could one man make that by himself? I don't know, I don't get that part. But there are also parts like, I don't know if I missed something, but it didn't, like I felt like it didn't really explain that there were three friends until like the last 10 minutes, because it starts out with the first girl, I forget her name, and then like, I don't want to give it away, but like stuff happens to her, and then it's just over, and it's on to the next friend, one of the girls. Like it doesn't really have any connection between the three of them at all until the very end. And the whole movie is kind of like, not boring, it's just nothing really happens until like an hour into it, and the movie is only an hour and 20 minutes. So, I don't know, like, you know how some movies you get all of the background information like right away, and then it really gets into like all the action and stuff. This is not one of those movies, so if you don't like movies like that, then you're not gonna like this. But it does keep you kind of interested in like wanting to know how these are connected at all, how these three stories are connected. It's like this movie has literally everything that you would expect from like a typical thriller movie. It has a storm, creepy clown, like a big old scary mansion, and then there's like people dissected and sewn into mattresses, a nerdy guy who's actually a murderer, which that's another thing I didn't understand. Okay, if you watch the movie, is Bert and the Laugh, are they the same people? Because I feel like they were supposed to be the same people, but they don't really look alike. So I don't know. That was another thing that I didn't understand. The Laugh is the name of like the serial killer guy, because he has this cackling laugh, but I don't know if they actually say that in the movie, but that's what it says in like the movie information thing, or on IMDb. It says that his name is The Laugh, but I'm pretty sure they don't say that in the actual movie. He's just like nameless serial killer, but he has like a cackling laugh, so it's kind of a given. And there was one really good twist, probably about 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes before it ends, and that's my favorite part. I don't want to give it away, but it's the part that has to do with dissecting the two friends. I just think that's really funny. And then the other part that I liked was the girl Tabitha. She was supposed to be babysitting her cousins, and she stays in the guest room, which has like all these little clown dolls all around the room, and then this one giant life-size clown that's like sitting in the rocking chair. He has like an accordion in his lap, And anyway, she falls asleep and she's like sleeping backwards on the bed so she doesn't have to look at this like life-size clown. And the phone rings and it's her aunt asking how everything is, and she's like, well, to be honest, I don't really like the clown room. And she's like, especially not the life-size one. And then the aunt's like, we don't have a life-size clown. And then she's like, oh shit. It's not bad. It's, I mean, these types of movies are never the greatest, but this one is actually pretty good. I can't really say that I would watch it again, but I'm glad that I watched it one time. Yeah, that's about it. And it's pretty short. It's like 80 minutes. I would say something to watch.